I trapped one of my greatest enemies on the server. This is Jullian, and he commits all sorts of crimes. Hi, my name is Frosty, and I joined the Insanity SMP. It's a Minecraft server with special abilities, and everyone on the server gets 5 lives. And when you die, you lose 1. Now you're probably wondering, what are my superpowers? Well, first of all, I can fly. And when it's nighttime, I got strength. And when it's daytime, I get weakness. And I'm trying to get 1,500 subscribers by the end of the summer, so if you could subscribe, it would help. Anyways, how did Jullian get here? So I noticed that Jullian was online, which meant if I can find a locator map, I can find exactly where he is. So instead of looking through all my chests, I decided to craft one myself. Once I had all the ingredients, it was time to make my map. Once I finished my map, I could finally go find my greatest enemy on the server. But first, I needed to gear up, so I grabbed some of my strongest armor ever, the loot from Nathan's base. Now that I was all geared up, I was ready to go. So I left my base and went searching for him. So it turns out my greatest enemy on the server was searching for something too. But the bad thing is that I gotta find him first before he finds what he's looking for. I said it before and I said it many times, Jullian is a huge threat and you do not want to mess with him. I've searched for hours and hours using my map, and I could not find him, and that's when I saw him. But unfortunately, he saw me first, and he was able to find a hiding spot before I could find him. It wasn't a very good spot, but whatever. Now I knew he was in the area, and I had to search for him, which was pretty simple to find him because he was hiding in a dirt box, so I decided to go check it. And when I broke the block, there he was, my greatest enemy on the server, Jullian. I said, come with me, and Jullian said, peace. Now you heard it before, I did not want to make peace with Jullian, so I clearly said no. I said, follow me or I'll take your lives. And he proceeded to follow me, and I told him, don't try to run, and keep following me. That way I made it clear that he couldn't run away. I couldn't believe it. I got one of my greatest enemies under my control, but I still didn't know what to do with him. He deserved a punishment. This dude is clearly crazy. I mean, come on, it's literally Jullian. So I told him to go into my cabin, and since he's under my control, he did it. Now that he was finally in my cabin, it was time to do the unthinkable, and that was to trap Jullian. And that's what I did. But unfortunately for me, I forgot to place an obsidian block underneath where he was standing. And he dug right underneath me without me knowing, and he was able to escape. But luckily for me, I caught him at the last second and chased him down. Now he had nowhere to run, so he ran to my base. So I forced him in there instead. So that way he cannot run away or try to dig out this time. Instead of me trapping him without knowing, I was gonna force him into one of my traps. And this time I did not forget to place an obsidian block underneath him. So that's what I did. I trapped Jullian for the second time. Now he was confused. There was no way out for him, unless he had a diamond pickaxe. But if he tried doing anything, he would be killed. So instead of worrying about him escaping, I made him drop his loot so he couldn't. And if he didn't, he would be killed. So of course he listened. And at that moment, I started thinking if I should actually kill him. He's made me go through a lot, so he deserved to be killed. And I wouldn't have to deal with him anymore. Now he was weak and couldn't defend himself. And I went in for the kill. I'm sorry, Jullian, but it had to be done. You put me through too many tough times. And now I can finally leave and relax.
Like I promised, Jullian, I will get you out of here. Join me, and we can take down Frosty forever, as well as that bird. No more suffering. I have a place where we can hide. Follow me, Jullian.
So it turns out the guy from the last video decided to go help Jullian out. And as you guys know, he can reverse time. And he made a deal with Jullian before he could die.
I can reverse time. You gotta work for me. Say forth if you understand.
And it turns out Jullian replied with 4, meaning he's now partnered with one of the scariest members I know yet. Jullian and this mysterious member left to go hide. This was now very bad because this member is one of the strongest members on the SMP, considering he can control time. And no one knows how he does it. Maybe he's controlled by the darkness that Killian said was coming. And since I'm trying to stop that darkness, it's after me. And there I was, back in my base again, clueless on how I got there. I looked around everywhere, even checking the box that I literally trapped him in, and there was no sight of him being there. but there was one place in mind on where he could be. So I geared up with the closest armor I could find, and I went exactly where I needed to go. The cabin. If I had any chance on finding Jullian, he would be here. There was nobody in here, but there was a trapdoor, meaning there was a room right underneath me. So obviously I had to check it out because this is where Jullian could be hiding. And when I went down, it came to my surprise that he was there. But weird enough, he was trapped in this base too, meaning I can finally take him out for good.
Hello, Frosty.